Hi, I'm Madeleine Edgar, back again with another Marvellous Movement Feldenkrais tip. And you can find my easy, simple workbooks at marvellousmovement.com. So today we're going to do a body scan lying down. And this is also very useful to do because when you lie on the floor, you eliminate all your anti-gravity muscles. You give them time to let go. And again, you can really begin to feel what your body is actually doing. So again, it's useful to do this before and after you do your movement sequences, but also at any time, just to ask your body-mind questions. So lie on your back on the floor. Have your legs long. And begin to notice now, what is the pressure on your heels like on the floor? Does one heel press more heavily into the floor than the other? And then begin to notice the pressure on the back of your calves. Does one calf press more into the floor than the other, or just feel different? And how much of your thighs are actually touching the floor? For some people that might be most of it, some people may not be much at all. But just notice how much of your thighs touch the floor. And then begin to notice your buttocks. Does one buttock feel heavier on the floor, or bigger, or wider, or just different? And how about your lower back? Is that anywhere near the floor or not? And how much do your ribs press on the floor? Does one side of your back feel flatter or wider or heavier than the other? And how about your shoulder blades? How do they contact the floor? Do they feel flat on the floor, or does one shoulder blade dig into the floor more than the other, or maybe one shoulder feels a little higher away from the floor than the other? What do you notice about your shoulder blades and your shoulders? And then how about the pressure on the back of your skull? Does it feel like the pressure is in the middle of your skull, or a little to the right or left, or towards the top of your head, or a little lower down? And then begin to notice the weight of your arms on the floor, the contact. What parts of your arms feel quite heavy on the floor? What parts of you don't feel heavy? And is there a difference between the way that the right arm and the left arm lie on the floor? And the angle of your hands, do you lie with your palms up or on the side, or with the palms down? And again, maybe one hand lies differently than the other. We learn a lot from noticing differences. That's why these body scans are so useful, because if the brain doesn't notice anything different, it's just going to do the same. So then you can think about the places where you're not pressing into the floor, where you actually feel lifted away from the floor. And that might be behind the back of your ankles, the back of your knees, your lower back, and of course your neck, which will never touch the floor, it isn't meant to. And maybe the back of your shoulders or under your wrists. So the places where you're not touching the floor is where you have some unnecessary tension. So lying on the floor is like being a mirror. You can actually begin to feel the places where you're lifted away from the floor. And when you do your scan at the other end of your movement sequence, you'll find that some of those places may come closer to the floor. The other thing to notice is there a difference between the way your right side lies on the floor compared to your left side? And there often is, because we're not totally symmetrical. Okay, so this is another way of giving your brain more advice, more information about how you use yourself, so you can learn to use yourself better and relieve pain and enjoy your life more. Bye.